Hi guys, for the longest time, AI video tools could generate the motion. They could move the cameras. They could also create impressive visuals. But something was always missing. It did not feel cinematic. Also, it didn't feel like filmmaking. But today, that changes. Higgsfield just launched Cinema Studio 2.0, and this might be the first time AI feels like you're actually directing a film instead of generating random clips. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through my full workflow from one prompt to a complete cinematic sequence. Let's dive in. To follow along, you can click the link in the description. Once you are here in Higgsfield, all you need to do is come to Cinema Studio. Just click here. So this is where the magic happens. As you can see over here at the bottom, you have two main modes. You have the image and you also have the video. Remember, the key idea over here is you don't directly jump straight to animation. You have to start by firstly creating a strong hero frame. So for that, in the image, let's start by adding a simple prompt. I'm going to use this one, a lone astronaut standing in an abandoned futuristic city. We definitely want some cinematic lightings, some fog in the distance, a dramatic sunset, and we want the image to be ultra detailed with a film still. Now comes the interesting part. As you can see over here at the bottom, we have a few interesting pieces. Firstly, we have the batch size. That means either you can generate one image, 2, 3 or maximum 4 images. Let's do 4 images at the beginning. Next is the aspect ratio. So even though this is Cinematic Studio, you still get an option of creating these images in any aspect ratio that you want. You can also use 21:9, but for now I'm just sticking to our default 16:9. Next is the resolution, whether you want 2K or 4K images. Let's do it 4K. Next is the grid. See, we have 4 different options. So here if you select 3:3, instead of getting just one image at a time, you will get 3 images. And that also without using any extra credits. For now, I am sticking to 1:1. And lastly is the most interesting piece. You see this add date option? This is the game changer. If you click over here, see, you can create your own reference elements. For example, if you create Superman, all you need to do is create a new element where you add a Superman image. See, you can easily add a Superman image. Next, if you go back, once you create the image, all you need to do is add Superman. And when you write Superman, it will get added in that context. Basically, this will help in adding consistent elements in your videos. And finally, before generating, you can come over here and select the camera settings. So over here, you can select any camera that you want. See, you get so many options. For now, let's stick to this. Next over here, you can select any sort of lens that you want. See, again, you get multiple options. Finally, you can select the focal length from over here. Now, if you're unsure about this, you can simply come over here and click on recommended. Perfect, looks cool. Now, once you're happy with this, let's come over here and click on generate. It will take a couple of minutes, but just look at this. It's brilliant, right? So now if you hover over any of these images, let's say you like this one, you get few more options over here. The first one is enter a 3D scene. This is literally my favorite part. So when you click on this, so it will load for a minute. Till that time, let's go over here. Let me show you 2 more interesting pieces. The first one is multi-shot. Let's click on this. Also going back. One more interesting thing is what's next. Let's click on this as well. I'll explain it to you in a second. So our 3 pieces are loading over here. Okay, so our 3D scene is ready. Let's go inside. See, now over here, using our left click, you can easily change the perspective in any direction that you want. If you want to play with the focal length, so you can zoom in or zoom out. Don't worry about the definition. You can easily make it high definition later on. If you go over here, let me show you a tutorial. See, using your left click, you can easily pan up and down. If you want to zoom, you can easily zoom in and zoom out using your mouse scroll. See, like this. You can also roll. See, looks pretty cool, right? Okay. Let's say you want to finalize this. Now, all you need to do is come over here and click on capture shot. That's it. Let's go back. It will process for a while. Not an issue. Now, let's have a look at our multi-shot exploration. Let's click on this. See, this is brilliant, right? This automatically generates multiple cinematic angles of the exact same scene. You get a wide shot, you get a medium shot, you also get a close-up. If you want to get an over the shoulder, you also have it. This looks crazy, right? Like a proper film set. Now, if I like any of this, you can simply come over here. Let's say you want this one. Okay. So now if you want to upscale this, you can easily upscale this and this will make it as high definition. Also, if you want to reference this, you can easily click over here and you can use this as the base for your next image generation. For now, I'm just going to click on upscale. Okay, let's go back. It will process. Let it process for a while. Till that time, let's have a quick look at the story mode. Do you remember over here when we were generating this, we had clicked on what's next. This is what our output looks like. Let's click over here. See, basically if you scroll down, we get 8 next frames which we can use in our storytelling. For example, initially he was standing in the city. Then maybe he's going around and sees different animals. He drives an old car. He meets some demons. He sees a different city altogether. Or there's a storm. See, the ideas are just limitless. By the way, if you don't like any of them, you can just go back on the main image and you can again click on regenerate. How cool is that? I'm going back. Okay. So now let's see what we can do when you go to the video. Over here again, we're going to use the same prompt for consistency. Now let's have a quick look at the options at the bottom. So by default, we get single shot. But if you want to develop this into a multiple shots, you can easily do it by selecting multiple shot auto, wherein you give Cinema Studio the complete control. Or if you want to select multi-shot manual, for each scene, you can select the speed ramp. So let's make it impact from over here. Now coming over here, selecting this, you can easily play around and keep it anything like you want. Now you can go to scene 2. Again, you can play around with this. For our example, I'm just going to stick with multiple shot auto. Let's paste our prompt. Next is again the aspect ratio, which I already showed you. Then the quality. Next is the genre. This is the interesting piece. Here you can select action, horror, comedy, western, suspense, whatever that you want. For now, I'm going to select action because this goes very well with our prompt. Next is the audio. Now guys, you remember, sound design is the biggest thing. But with Cinema Studio, you get the sound design inbuilt in the model. And finally is the batch size. How many different variations do you want? Next, if you want to add a start frame, you can easily do that from over here. Let's go over here. Let's do one thing. I'm going to use this as the start frame. And if you want to add any end frame, you can also do that. So basically using our images, we created a start frame. Now finally coming over here, you can select any duration from 3 seconds up till 12 seconds. For this tutorial, I'm just going to stick at around 6 seconds. It's fine for me. Finally, once you're happy with all of this, you can simply come over here and click on generate. Look at this. The motion flows, the speed transitions, they really feel natural, and the camera push isn't really robotic. It really feels intentional. As you can see, the storytelling between the shots also actually connects. This is really the first time I have actually seen an AI maintain cinematic continuity this smoothly. So that's it guys for this video. I really hope you would have loved this workflow and dying to try this. In case you are, you can click on the link in the description. You can experiment with any of the genres, try the multi-shot manual mode, and build a mini short film for yourself. So that's it guys for this video. Let me know in the comments if you had an infinite AI film budget, what would you create?